Hello, hello, hello. I learned the hello song from a 4-year-old. How's it going? As I film this, it is November 5th, about 2:30 on a Saturday afternoon. I might do something a little different with this video. I'm going to run through some pickups, some pre-Black Friday pickups, and then we may go on a little adventure. But let's just get right to it. I found a Legend of Zelda wallet. This may come in after the new year. I may do something. Stay tuned. That will involve using that. I wanted to show this off because I didn't. I got this out of a box. It was in a garage sale video. This Generation Next. I thought absolutely nothing of it. I'm like, oh, some stupid clone. I almost took it to Goodwill, like just get rid of it. Because I'm like, oh, it's just an NES clone. But here, when I bought it, there was a Super Mario Brothers Duck Hunt in this slot. So I'm like, okay, it plays Nintendo and Super Nintendo games. I mean, whatever, big deal. Then I saw that. I'm like, okay, that's an NES port, NES controller port. How can it play Super Nintendo games on just regular NES controllers? Then I'm like, what port is this? Super Nintendo games didn't fit. I'm like, is that a Famicom? Is that a Famicom port right there? It is. I did some research. That's a Famicom game player. So, guess who's going to become a collector of some Famicom games? This guy. Alright, so I got some RCA cables. I've got to run somewhere because every DC power thing I've found does not fit. So I gotta run to fucking Radio Shack? Radio Shack? Really? Radio Shack? It's 2016, I gotta go to Radio Shack? What the hell? Alright, let's get to some pickups. November 5th in Montana. It's warm. Let me look. That's sunshine. All that snow I showed in that one video, it's gone. There is no snow on November 5th. It's about upper 50s, lower 60s temperature-wise all week. There were some garage sales this morning. And I scored at one. Boom! For $10, NES control deck in really nice shape. Super Mario Brothers is inside. Came with Top Gun, Marble Madness, and 10-Yard Fight. Unfortunately, I have them all. I thought I didn't have this, but I do. Over here, I'm just going to bag them up because they're going. Controller number 1. Controller number 2. Power supply. RF cable. $10. $10. So what I think I'm going to do here, as long as I don't ramble on this segment, this portion of the video, you're going to come with me and we're going to take this to the retro store. And those are all common games. He does 2 for 1. So hopefully I'm going to add a couple NES games to the collection. I think I'll take credit. He doesn't give much credit anymore for just regular old control decks. Maybe around 20 bucks credit. We'll see if we can get something for that too. We'll show it off. Also, let's see here. Today is the last day of Target's buy 2 get 1 free sale on all their video games. I went last Sunday and I completed, for the most part, completed my Wii U. Got Paper Mario Color Splash, Pokken Tournament, and Tokyo Mirage Sessions. Buy 2, get 1 free, and then there was a 10% off coupon for their wish list app. So these came down to about $109 for all 3. Again, if we have time, I may venture to Target and do some fill-in. See, just see if there's anything else I want to get. The buy 2 get 1. I'm not getting anything like current gen. I'm not buying like Uncharted 4 or something, or Skyrim remastered. I'm waiting for Black Friday for those. What I kind of want to do is PS4. There's these Atari Flashbacks Volume 1 and 2 that are $20 each. I kind of want to get those. So if I can find a $20 game to match, I may just go ahead and get it today. But we'll see. All right. Since garage sales have mostly wound down, at the time I bought these, they were wound down. I have been doing thrifting adventures on Saturday. I've got a little thrift route that I've developed. I have enough thrift stores and little pawn shops to hit that over the course of 2.5 hours on a Saturday, I can do this winding around kind of big circle and hit a bunch of thrifts and pawns and stores and see what they got. I picked up Hurdy-Gurdy on the PS2, disc only. Surprisingly, about a $3 game, which is what I paid for it. I thought it might be Eidos, I've never really seen it. It's not like I see this everywhere I go, but it's only worth $3. Picked up The Sims 3 at a Goodwill, complete. I did not pay $3.99 for it. I paid $2.99. I wasn't sure if I had this, but just in case I wanted to get it. Sega Superstars Tennis and Xbox Live Arcade dual pack right there. I thought I bought all these like at a 4 for $10 at GameStop, all these Xbox 360 dual game cases. But for some reason, I'm like, I don't think I got this one. So I went ahead and paid the $3 at Goodwill. All right. This was, these 2 or 3 were from last Saturday's little thrift route, thrift trip, thrift route, thrift lap. It really is a lap. From my apartment, it is like a big giant, I go out and I do a big circle and I come back and I'm home. But this one was the big find from last Saturday's thrift lap. Snoopy the Red Baron. I say big find. I saw a trailer for this game, disc only. I saw a trailer for this game for a Wii release, but I don't think it ever got a Wii release. It said Wii and PS2. It's from the makers, it's from Namco Bandai. Makers of Ace Combat. And it is, you're flying your doghouse. Well, I guess you don't fly the doghouse. You go ahead and play. It'd be funny if you flew your doghouse. But it's Snoopy versus the Red Baron. I've heard really good things about it. That's a fun game. And at this thrift store's half price day, I paid 50 cents. 50 cents for that. This is from today's round thrift lap. Transformers on PS2. Not a movie tie-in, which is why I picked it up. I don't think I've ever seen this around, and I'm not sure if it's a good game, and I don't think it's a valuable game. Disc only, unfortunately. It looks amazingly limited. Play as Optimus Prime, Red Alert, or Hot Shot. So out of all the Autobots, you can only choose 3. But the art on the screenshots looked interesting, and it's not a movie tie-in, but then again, Atari is not exactly known as uber developers these days, so we'll see about that one. These are all from, actually, a pawn shop, and they're doing 40% off all their video games from now through Thanksgiving. So that's why I kind of made a big purchase today. This has been on their shelves for a little while, and I just picked it up because of the 40% off deal. Ultimate Spider-Man on the Cube. Complete. Also, another game that's been on their shelves for a while, and because of the sale, I decided to go ahead and pull the trigger. House of the Dead 2 and 3 Return. I love Overkill on the Wii, and I've always kind of wanted to pick this up, so now I finally did. And finally, I have this on Xbox 360, but might as well get it on PS3. Old Afro Samurai. Samuel Jackson up in this biatch, motherfucker. So Afro Samurai, he had this at 12, so whatever 40% off 12 was. Or did he have it at 9? I forgot. For the 4 games, I paid $18. So not too bad. Let us see. I'll save those for last here. Also, a Target, this was in their clearance section. Right now, my Target clearance section has like 50 to 60 copies of Call of Duty Black Ops 3 for the PS3. But a couple weeks ago, they had Project X Zone 2 for $14.66. Yes, $14.66. So I went ahead and picked that up right there. All right. This find was from a thrift store in Three Forks, Montana. It was during my vacation week. And I was out and about with a pal of mine, and he was doing something at one of these other buildings. I was like, I'm going to run over to this thrift shop real quick. And they had some PS1 games. I paid $6 total for these. M&M Shell Shocked. In the case it says Test Drive 5, but in the case is Street Fighter 3X. Right? Street Fighter X3. I think that's the 3D version of Street Fighter. So, Test Drive 5 and Street Fighter, that's why I picked that up. Got that. Now, this find. I've seen some videos about this game, and it looks like a whole ton of fun. And I think, last time I checked price charting, it's about a $30 game that I paid $2 for. Looney Tunes Sheep Raider, starring Ralph Wolf and Sam Sheepdog. It's basically you play as Ralph Wolf, and you gotta stealthily go get yourself some sheep while, you know, keeping away from Sam the Sheepdog. And if he finds you, it's like instant kill. It's like a stealth game. But it's just like the cartoon. I was watching some footage, and both Sam and Ralph Wolf clock in at the beginning of the day. How you doing, Ralph? Doing good, Sam. Clock, clock. Well, see you later. And then they go to work. Ralph trying to catch the sheep to eat. Sam trying to keep the wolf away. Then the horn blows. End of the day. See you tomorrow, Ralph. All right, Sam. I'm very happy to have this in my collection. Really, I think good find for the PS1. In a rental case, I have Legends of WrestleMania on Xbox 360. This also had a copy of Forza Motorsport 2 inside of it. Got this at Goodwill for, I believe, $2.99. Got this at Goodwill as well for the Xbox. Tecmo Arcade Classic. It's got Tecmo Bowl. It's got Rygar and other stuff. What else here? Star Force, Solomon's Key, Pylades? Pylades. I can't pronounce it either way. Senyo, Pinball Action, Strato Fighter, Swimmer, Bomb Jack, and Tecmo Cup. I wonder if it's like the arcade Tecmo Bowl or the NES Tecmo Bowl. I think it's the arcade version. We'll see. The arcade version didn't have any NFL license, so no Bo Jackson or anything. Now, I didn't know, does Rygar come on the arcades? I think it did. It must have. So, interesting little find there for the Xbox. Next, we're going to move on to a Facebook group deal. This guy put a picture of 10 GameCube games up on Facebook. He said $5 each. One of the games was Wind Waker, and by the time I contacted him, of course, it was gone. But he said Wind Waker and Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers were taken. However, these were not. Spyro: A Hero's Tale, Player's Choice Complete. These discs are a little scratchy, but GameCube games tend to really hold out. And Sonic Gems Collection has Sonic CD, Sonic Fighters, Sonic R, old Saturn game, and Sonic 2, Sonic Spinball, Sonic Triple Trouble, Sonic Drift 2, Tails Sky Patrol, and Tails Adventures. So kind of like the B Sonic titles, and I know people saying Sonic CD is not a B title. Fat asshole. I understand that. But every Sonic collection has Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3, Sonic and Knuckles. Well, this one has like all these other ones that they came out with. So, cool find there. Alright. And finally here, some Super Nintendo games. I have got these for at a pawn shop. Their prices added up to, let's see, I gotta add it up again, 20, 38. Their prices added up to 53. I think I got the group for 40 bucks. So that's Super R-Type, Gradius 3, and I spoiled you if you watched the last video. I told you it was coming. Final Fantasy 2. They actually had 2 copies of Final Fantasy 2. This one they writ $28 on. Then they had one that's like $39. I'm like, I'll take your $28 copy of Final Fantasy 2, please. It's in good condition, save for they wrote the damn price in a Sharpie. So $40 for those 3 titles right there. Pretty good. 17 minutes is a short video for me, so let's go ahead and we're going to do something we hardly ever do. I'm going to do pickups out and about. I'm not going to do live pickup footage. I'm not taking my camera and having it run in the retro store or inside pawn shops. But I'm going to take this Nintendo thing to the retro store, see what I can get for it, and from there film if I pick up anything there. I'll hit a couple more pawn shops, and we'll hit Target. And if I pick up anything, it will be next. If I don't, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back and we're going to do a little Black Friday discussion. Just a little bit, not too much. What I'm anticipating as where Black Friday ads should be dropping here probably this next week. And kind of what I'm looking for Black Friday and kind of the prices I'm looking to hit it with. So let's just get to whatever comes next. If I'm going to pick up something or a Black Friday discussion. I had 2:46 in the afternoon. Justin doesn't know. What could it be? Let's find out. Let's turn off the camera. All right, just left the retro store. And with that $10 NES slot, I got 34, and I traded in some other stuff. I traded in a copy of Tiger Heli, an extra copy I had, Donkey Kong Jungle Beat, a loose disc, Metroid Prime, and yeah, that's it. $34 on store credit, and I picked up The Immortal and Trojan. So a couple games and $34 credit at the local retro store, which is always handy. Now we're going to go into New to You Pawn Depot Thrift Store. They usually have something worth getting. It's just the question is if you can get it for a decent price. That's the big question at this place. They price generally pretty high, but sometimes they slip. Let's hope they slip. Nothing in New to You. They do have a copy of Alien Syndicate I wouldn't mind getting, but they priced it at $8. That's been there a couple times. Last couple times I've been in there. So nothing new in New to You. So it's not new to me. On to the next one. We are pulling into First National Pawn. That this place, right there, this place, I wouldn't say caught a slip-in, but they have like a 5 for $20 bin that I have found things like Star Wars Battlefront 2 on Xbox. They have, last couple times they've had an interesting selection of some Genesis games that I just haven't pulled the trigger on. And I slipped the last time. They had a really nice, complete, good condition copy of the Dukes of Hazzard Return of General Lee for PS2, which is about a $14, $15 game in their 5 for $20. And I just kind of threw it back in the bin, didn't think twice, and so I got caught slipping. So we'll see if they got anything in here today, and let's go take a look. All right, neat find at First National Pawn for PS2. I got Primal. It is complete and in really good condition. $5. It was in the 4 or the 5 for 20, but I couldn't find 4 other things. The couple Genesis games were in there, Vector Man and Flashback or Flashpoint, but they're kind of dirty and grimy. The Dukes of Hazzard game was gone, so somebody snagged that. This is about a $7 or $8 game, so nothing special, but in really, really, really good condition. Decided to go ahead and pick it up. Now, because I hate myself, I'm going to put myself through torture. I have just pulled up to the local Goodwill. Goodwill! My Goodwill here in the town I live in sucks. The Goodwill over in the next town over is much better. I haven't found anything in here in ages. It is filthy, it is dirty, it is disorganized. There's shit thrown everywhere. Maybe I'll get some footage. I definitely will get some footage of their donation area. I bet you if I came here at like 1 in the morning and dumpster dive their donation area, probably find some good shit, because they have so much shit they have yet to even bring into the building. It's been sitting there for weeks and weeks and weeks. So let's go hit this fucking Goodwill. And see if we get lucky. Hello, big giant creepy bug on my windshield. I'll let you stay for now. As I guess, nothing. Let me see if I get a shot. Let me tell you, it's in good condition right now. It is in good condition. The absolute zoo their donation area is. See if we can take a look here. They just have massive amounts of boxes and stuff that they just don't have time to go through. And this is half of it from the last time I was here like 2 weeks ago. I'm assuming it stays outside all night until they can bring it in. So, yeah. Makes me wonder if there's any games. What I do know is that there's at least 2, I think 3 guys who work in the donation center that collect video games. So as far as this Goodwill goes, I'm skeptical if anything half decent ever makes the shelf to begin with. Plus, whatever does make the shelf gets picked over very well. There was 3 people looking at the shit video games, the sports games. That's all they had. There's 3 people looking at them when I pull in and get in there. There's 2 people waiting to take a look at them once those 3 people move. So there was a line to look at the absolute shit video games. That is the state of my local Goodwill. The next time you see me, I'm gonna roll up to Target. But between Target and right now, I gotta do some shopping at Costco. I won't show you my Costco trip. So we'll see you at Target. Alright, so it's gonna be in the sun, but there's Target right there. But I've decided not to go into Target because I just left Costco, which is actually over there. That's our Costco. And I don't know about the rest of you, but sometimes when I go to Costco, I am so drained that is the end of my day. Costco becomes like, nope, I am wiping my hands, I am done with this shit. So that is what I'm feeling now. I went to Costco, bunch of screaming kids, a mom and dad and 8, 9 fucking kids like running around. Fuck, ugh. I'm done. Besides, the only thing I know I really kind of am interested in here is getting those 2 Atari Flashback games for PS4 at $19.99 each. And, I mean, come on. There are Atari 2600 games on PS4. Those things might be $10 by Black Friday, so getting it as part of a buy 2, get 1, especially when I don't know what the 3rd game I'd want to get, might just be a waste of my time and my money. So as of now, we are completely caught up on everything I got with the Primal and then the 2 games I got at the retro store. Right? Oh, that's not it. There's one. I don't know where the other one's down there somewhere. And all the stuff I showed at the house. Just quickly, Black Friday. I'm looking at I want cheap. So I'm looking for some cheap. I think most of the ads are going to drop either this week or early next week, and we'll know some prices. I'm looking for $20 Uncharted 4. I'm looking for $20 Batman Return to Arkham, $20, maybe $30 BioShock Collection. Recore is, the Shopko ad already has Recore at $20. I want that at $15. I want $15 Quantum Break. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. And all these stores, I'm looking for them to hold back supply of the NES Mini, which releases this Friday. I have Friday off. I would like to give a couple as gifts, so I may go stand in line at Target or Costco and try to get a couple of those on Friday for retail. I'm not paying eBay prices. Nintendo's got a hit on their hands with the NES Mini, I believe. So unless I find some amazing stuffs at my on my thrift laps, this is probably going to be the last time you see me until the Black Friday pickups roll in. I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you wish. Take care.